up, my little Tattle Tells? Yo, Mariah Carey is a wild girl. And let me tell you something. Her sister, this time, listen, you know Mariah Carey always talked about how she got beef with her family and always how her family's coming for her. Now, I don't know if you guys read Mariah Carey's memoir. I did. I even watched the interview on Oprah. I was into it. Well, guess what? Mariah Carey's sister is suing her for $1.2 million for putting in her book that her sister gave her volume at age 12 and also tried to pimp her out. And yes. Y'all, let's get into this because let me tell you something. I don't think Mariah's lying, but that's because I love Mariah. But if she's not, that sister got a GD nerve. Now, if you know, Mariah's sister, and this is the right one, does suffer from addiction. Mariah blames her family for most of the problems she has and even said at one time they tried to Britney Spears her. Google it if you don't believe me. Yeah, well, guess what? The sister was like, okay, and Mariah actually cut her family off, right? So, well, not all the family she'll mess with. You know how that is. So the sister thought in my mind, looked like she thought she had a new cash grab. Y'all, let's get into this report because, woo, friends, how many of us have them? Let's be friends. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Mariah Carey sued by sister Allison over vindictive book, right? Mariah Carey's older sister is suing the U.S. singer for $1.2 million for immense emotional distress she says was caused by the remarks in her memoir. Listen, I'm going to need people to go to LegalZoom and actually look at the standard and burden of proof you need to sue somebody for immense emotional distress. Literally, the way everybody got these new jargons and new things. Listen, in the words of Cynthia Bailey, win a case, or at least look at some damn case law. If I hear one more person talk about immense emotional distress or bullying when they are the bullies, I ain't gonna do nothing but roll my eyes. Anyway, let's move on, right? In her complaint, Allison Carey referred to claims in the book that she gave 12-year-old Mariah volume, right? Oh, it's given a Valley of the Doll tea, isn't it? It's given Valley of the Doll tea, right? Tried to pimp through boiling tea on her. I'm reading this real time with y'all. And through boiling tea on her? What? Did she got boiling tea? Did she got scars from that? Yo, they was wilding in that house. I wouldn't be talking to this girl anyway. Allison denied the claim, saying Mariah presented no evidence to substantiate these serious allegations. Okay, first of all, Allison, this is what makes me think these allegations are true. You talk about somebody that said you gave them Valium at 12 years old. When they were 12, you let your boyfriend try to pee them out, and she threw boiling tea all while she was a teenager. And Allison says you give no evidence to substantiate these serious allegations. How about her memory, girl? Shut up. That's what makes me think Allison's lying. No evidence. Mariah is how old? 40? That was 40? That's 28. You know my math is bad. That's 28 years ago. Allison, shut up. Let's keep on. They said the pop star published the meaning of Mariah Carey in September. They said Allison, who was 20 at the time the alleged events took place, filed her 2-page legal complaint at the New York Supreme Court on Monday. Yo, the New York Supreme Court, now this was filed in 2021, but the court case is coming up. The New York Supreme Court has been wilding out these days. I wonder what's going on in Kimora Lee's case. Let me go look that up. Go watch my video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But baby, woo, Kimora Lee is a wild girl, and not in a good way. All I'm going to say is this. I see how her and Russell Simmons were together. I see how they were together. Okay, so anyway, she also went on to say that it was outrageous material in Mariah's book and was meant to humiliate and embarrass her sister. Here's the thing about that. You might be right, Allison. She did try to humiliate you and she was angry at you. She don't mess with you. But not for that. Mariah went into detail as to other things she could substantiate that this woman did to her. Anyway, right? Saying Mariah used her status as a public figure to attack her penniless sister. That's right, Allison. Get that sob story in so you can get all those coins, right? Generating sensational headlines describing her lurid claims to promote sales of her book. Allison claimed, Allison, listen, I know it was a lot, but Mariah said a lot more shocking things. Ooh, we should do a book club on that. Mariah said a lot more shocking things in that book. Let me know if you want a book club on it, because it was a good book. Comes what every dummy from watching the Cardi B Tasha K case think they can get, right? She's now seeking damages for the heartless, vicious, vindictive, despicable, and totally unnecessary public humiliation. But was it true? And who's to say it's not unnecessary humiliation? Because a lot of people don't realize when you tell your story, you can tell it from your perspective. You can't say how somebody else felt or what somebody else was thinking, but you can say, I felt they did this. I experienced this, and that's perfectly legal. And if your actions cause you humiliation, that's just you. I can look all the time and be like, well, I observed somebody posting this on Instagram, and this is what I thought. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, Allison, this sounds like a very weak case, but I bet you this is a shakedown to see if Mariah, not 1.2 million, but maybe, listen, maybe get a couple 100,000. It sounds like a shakedown to me, but let's keep going. She also said she was severely depressed due to the unspeakable trauma of her childhood. Okay, I believe that. And having her own children abandon her. Anybody that's new to my channel, let me put you down to something. The old people rolling their eyes like, oh God, here Tisa go. Anytime somebody's kids don't mess with them, not a little argument, but they really, really don't mess with them, what did you do? What did you do? Again, how much of a bad person do you have to be for all your kids to abandon? Not one, but all of them abandon you? Allison, I was on your side with the severely depressed, but now I'm like side-eyeing you once again, right? It said, according to the document, Mariah publicly acknowledged her sister or ex-sister to be deeply wounded person. The beautiful Mariah did literally say that was her ex-sister. That's what she had to do because her sister was so toxic, right? Now, here's what the book said. Allison dropped in and out of Mariah's life through teenage pregnancy, drug dependency, and suicidal thoughts, the performer wrote. Although they shared some tender moments, Mariah said several occasions where she believes Allison put her at risk. One story involved Allison's boyfriend, who Mariah said later realized was running a prostitution ring. Mariah was 12. She claimed she was tricked into spending a night alone with him. Girl, Allison, ooh, we about to send the butterfly hive on you. I know that don't sound threatening, but we mighty and we buzz. What sound do butterflies make? Ooh, what sound does butterflies make? I don't know. Anyway, we just going butterfly swarm, right? Listen, she claimed she was tricked into spending the night alone with her, and that girl was 20. That means her boyfriend was at least 20 as well, with a 12-year-old, and you left your sister Allison, you ain't seeing heaven. She said that she ended up at a card game in a drive-in movie where almost immediately he put his arm around her. Immobilized and terrified by the hammer, right, resting against his leg, Carey said she only escaped. Yeah, he had that heat on him. Carey said she only escaped after another car pulled up alongside them, prompting this guy to leave and drive home in silence. Woo, to catch a predator indeed. Mariah believed she was at risk of being pimped for a reason, saying dysfunctional families are ideal prey for abusers and expose little ones vulnerable to being picked off. I believe that. What was anybody doing at a drive and putting their arm around a 12-year-old unless you were 11 or 12 too? Yo, Mariah, that book, she'd been through some things. She has been through the things. Now, here's the thing.